important history of the word courage. While it's certainly not unusual for the meanings of words to change over time, many believe that the changing definition of courage mirrors a cultural shift that has diminished the value of women's voices and stories. In the late 1990s, 150 therapists gathered in Vermont to talk about courage and the world's evolution. Elizabeth Bernstein, a therapist and one of the conference organizers, explained that courage is not just about slaying the dragon, but about being true to yourself and speaking your mind. Reverend Jane Spahr, S-P-A-H-R, a Presbyterian minister and gay and lesbian rights activist, also attended the conference. Reverend Spahr told the stories of St. George and St. Martha to illustrate the different ways we think about courage. She explained that St. George slew the dragon because the dragon was bad, but St. Martha, yes, St. Martha, she slayed the dragon. There's some artwork I found, like historical artwork of this story. I will maybe pin some information as I read about that. I love this, because I know what they're talking about. Oh my gosh, and yes, it does like kind of represent a feminist power dynamic here. I love the idea of slaying the dragon, which is like your own. In my perspective, symbolically, it means slaying your own demons, being able to control the beast within. Right, the dragon is you. She explained that St. George slew the dragon because the dragon was bad, but St. Martha tamed and befriended the dragon. She went on to say, this is one of our feminist myths that has been lost. Courage could mean to slay the dragon, but it also could mean to tame our fears. When I heard, in some art, they represent dragons as demons. Others might understand it as an internal struggle or a temptation, right? If you also think about biblically the sins, there's demons that represent those sins because they operate in that energy. And so having dragon power is like having strong self-will to be able to tame things that would want to hold you back, like your fears. When I heard Susan, Kayla, and Teresa, Sandra, Jillian, and the rest of the women I interviewed tell their stories, I was struck by their openness, but I listened. I realized that it was more than openness, it was courage. Every woman who participated in this research willingly embraced her fears in order for us to learn. When we tell our stories, we change the world. I know that sounds dramatic, but I believe it. We'll never know how our stories might change someone's life. Our children's, our friends, our parents, our partners, or maybe that of a stranger who hears a story down the line or reads it in a book.